I'm looking at doing a bit of an odd challenge or restriction for the video game collection this year. And what it is I'm going to only buy 12 games this year. Old, new, modern, used, whatever. I'm limiting myself to 12 games. Now, what that means is, a game a month, basically. And I've actually already bought 3 games. Xbox had a sale of buy one, get two free. So I got 3 games for $20. I've already beat 2 of them. Moby's Machine and Mars 2120, both Metroidvania style games. Had some fun with them. Moby's Machine was really, really good. Mars 2121 was okay. And the third one was Lonely Mountain Downhill. It was a game that was on Game Pass, and I had fun playing it. You die a lot trying to get the BMX bike downhill, but lots of fun. But those are 3 of the 12 games that I can buy this year. And I've already got Metroid Prime 4 on the list, and Space Marine 2 I want to pick up. So there's 5 out of the 12. But what I'm hoping that this challenge or restriction does is it really makes me look at the games I'm going to pick up. So is it something that I really want to play? I was at the local retro shop a couple weeks ago, and one of the guys was showing me this game for the original Xbox called, I think it was Pariah, and he said it had a really cool storyline. It was fun. Didn't necessarily look the greatest, but it was a fun one to play. And so I looked some videos, like, oh yeah, that'd be great. Let me think about it. And I started. I was getting close to buying it, and then I was like, oh wait, remember, I can only buy 12 games this year, which means that would have put me down to 8 games. And then once you add in the 2 that I already know I'm going to buy, then it's down to 6. So I'm already down to 7. So it's really making me think about, what do I want to buy? What do I want to actually spend time and money playing? But there's a little, I guess, caveat, you could say, for this challenge, and that's going to be, 12 games, but I can add games to that list if I beat or sell games. So for every 10 games I beat that I have in my collection, whether it's physical or digital, I can add 1. So as soon as I beat 10 games, I will be able to buy 13 games for the year. Now, if I happen to sell 10 games, that can add another 1. But if I beat a game, decide I don't want it, and I sell it, that counts as 2. So hopefully that will also help me to want to get rid of the garbage that I don't really want to keep in the collection. It's like, I'm not going to play it again. I don't need to take up space, because how many of these loose Genesis games am I going to play? Do I want to keep? And I think it's going to be a fun, creative, and restrictive way of going through and looking at my collection and what I want, what I don't want, and looking at games I want to pick up. It's like, do I really want this? Because I am limited on what I can buy. I beat 30 games last year, so if I'd done this challenge last year, that would have meant I could have bought 15 games. That's not that many games. I mean, I don't know how many games I bought last year, but I'm pretty sure at conventions and whatnot that I bought more than that. I think it's going to be an interesting year. I think there's going to be, especially with the Switch 2 coming out, it'll really like, oh, well, I can't buy all of these games if I want them, unless I sell stuff. So like I said, I'm hoping it'll help me streamline the collection more, but it'll also help me get through and play some games, hopefully. Because I don't have to, indicate that I'm going to sell this game. No, the game has to leave the collection. It has to no longer be in my possession. So for it to count as being sold, it has to actually be sold. It has to be gone. Now I can take it to the local retro shop and get rid of it, or I can try to trade or sell it with a buddy. I don't know if trades might be a little bit different, actually. Because if you'd like a 1-for-1 trade or 2-for-1 trade or something, depending on the game, maybe that's something. I don't know. What do y'all think? How should trading go into it? And no, I don't mean if you go and trade it into a store, because if you go and trade it into the store, you get your set amount of money or whatever. But yeah, so 12 games, asterisks. I can add to that by beating 10 games or selling 10 games. And like I said, I can beat it and sell it, and then it'll count as 2. Because if I beat 5 and sell 5, I'm okay with saying, okay, well, that's something. And hoping that will really help me pay attention to what I'm buying instead of just grabbing a bunch of fluff. I have 4 Mark III carts in my eBay cart, and I'm hoping to get those for a deal, but now I'm kind of like, if I do 4, that's a third of what I can get right now. So I really need to, got to get it for a good price, but also, do I want to take that chance of only having 4 games that I can pull from the list? I mean, pulling 4 possible pickups for the year. Especially since I already have 5 games that I know I want to get, that would be 9. But I am at, I think, 8 games beat for this year so far, and February's not over yet. So, we'll see. But it's I thought it'd be an interesting way of limiting myself and really paying attention to what I'm doing and what I want. Because like I said, if I get rid of 10 of these, I can get 1 new game. Well, new, used, whatever. But 12 games entirely, whatever it is. But what are y'all's thoughts? Have you guys ever done a challenge like this or restriction on what you can do? I thought about doing just a monetary value, and I could do that, but it would just basically be $60 times 12 games, because that's what a new game costs. I might have to, I think I might try to actually keep track of what I actually spend as well. So far doing good with the 3 games I got, $20 in total. Well, take care, have fun, be kind of one another, stay safe, keep it retro or 360. God bless, and we'll catch you all later.